Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We just recently got an announcement on the forums from CM Yuri regarding the upcoming update, which is this right here. Now it's just going to be a Ruby login bonus, really nothing different or unusual about what we normally get. You got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, about 4,000 rubies in here, guys. You're going to have this little dice event, which is fine, right? It's going to be just a bunch of free goodies that we normally get, and that's all good and dandy. Nothing different, nothing creative or innovative, but pretty much the same old, right? And we all know what this means. And then of course you have the winter season pass, right? But we all know what this means, right? We all know that we have new characters coming to the game, right? Who is it going to be? I have no idea, guys. I have no idea who it could be, right? But I want to touch on something that I've talked about before, but I think it's high time that I do it again, because every time we get an update, we get new characters. Everybody's excited about the new characters. Everybody's having fun with the new characters. We love them. Kofus does such a great job with the characters. But we feel pretty underwhelmed because we can't play really any new content for a couple weeks until the Ages Challenge shows up. And when the Ages Challenge does show up, well, then we kind of get a little bit disappointed because it just feels like the same old crap regurgitated over and over and over. Now, this thing really isn't all that bad. If you got some level 90 characters, guys, you can pretty much get it done in here. I've showed you the past couple days some runs with different characters where I was able to get the score relatively easily. I believe you get about 3.3 billion a day out of here. You can pretty much get all the rewards out of here. If you can't get all the rewards out of there, guys, out of the carnival, if you can't acquire enough points, I really wouldn't sweat it, because the rewards are, so-so, right? The rubies are good. The EX memory is good because you can take your EX characters to level 90, but it's really nothing too crazy. You can actually farm for these things. So it's really nothing, like, if you're missing out on this, it's not really a massive deal for you, right? But you definitely want to try to get as much as you can. But the whole Ages Challenge, I've talked about this a bunch of times. I really can't stand it. I don't like the fact that we get these new characters, we get so excited, we want to play with them, we want to have some fun with them, and we have to wait 2 weeks. Well, what do we got to do for 2 weeks? Well, let's see. Well, the newest game modes we have is the plug-in plant. Now, how many of you get bored playing the plug-in plant over and over and over? How many of you get tired of farming in the plug-in plant? I know I do. I really can't stand playing the same thing over and over and over unless it was a boss, right? If it was something like a boss showdown or where we're facing an actual KOF boss, that would be sick. And I'm going to dive more into that here in a little bit, because that's also something else I've talked about. What else do we have? Well, we also have the Tower of Trials. Let me back out here a little bit and go into here. Right? We also have, not Tower of Trials, but we have the Tower of Illusion, right? Oh, this is a wonderful game mode. Now, you guys can see I'm at stage 16. I could go higher than this. I absolutely could. But the thing that has always sucked and been the bane of this game mode's existence is the fact that it's a one and done. When I clear this, I can't play it no more. Netmarble, please make it to where we can play any one of these stages over and over and over, so we can showcase new characters. So we can play with them in here and have a different game mode other than Guild Raid or Guild Boss Challenge over and over and over. I'm so tired of playing those damn game modes, showing off characters over and over and over, whenever we can have something like this, which is actually a fun game mode, where we could play these over. But if you have an A1 character, like what happened to me, guys, right? If you only have an A1 character, in this case, it'd be A1 Adelheid, it would be A3 Hydern, well, you're not going to have enough overall points to get it done. You're not going to be able to use them in the Tower of Illusion if you're so high in the Tower of Illusion. If I bring Hydern in there, I will not do any damage whatsoever. So what is the point? How can I showcase him? He needs to be A5, right? Well, actually A9 at this point at stage 16, right? Adelheid being A1 is not going to do anything because he's A1, right? This is kind of the thing that sucks about it. They need to be A3 to be showing off in the plug-in plant, right? Which is also something that I really can't stand. So, as I've said in the past in multiple videos, we need a new game mode. We need a game mode that we can play every day. Not a game mode that we have to wait 2 weeks after a freaking update. No, we need a game mode that we can play every day. We need a boss game mode. We need a game mode where we have different stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 all the way up to 99 if you choose to do so. Right? Have different bosses in each stage. Have it to where we can use blue attack, blue defense, blue balance. Have it to where we can use yellow. Have it to where we can use red. Have it to where we can use, Japan or Orochi clan fighters or whatever the case may be. Any one of these tags, right? Shermie approved handsome. That would be funny as hell. Oh, we need to use Shermie approved handsome characters, right? We need to use Iori. We need to use, I believe Kyo is Shermie approved handsome too, right? Wherever he's at, maybe I can find Kyo here. Yeah, let's see here. Right? Shermie approved handsome, right? Not bad. Good guess, right? Handsome guy. Pretty much figured that out, right? Shermie's got some good taste. But anyways, I digress. You guys get what I mean, right? Have a game mode where we need all these different tags, all these different colors, to where all these characters would be more relevant, where we could use them, and don't make it to where we need an A3 character to play in the game mode. Let it be level 90, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, right? All of those. Let us be able to use, no matter what level the character is, we can use them in there. That is the way it should be. That would be so awesome. And what would be even better is if you would give us rewards that actually level up our characters, right? Or give us rubies after we go so far. So, for example, if we do 5 stages or 10 stages, right? So you got 99 stages or 100 stages in total, right? Where the HP and defenses of the boss gets more difficult as you go. Or maybe they add different effects as you go to make it more difficult, whatever the case may be. But every 5 stages or 10 stages, you get a reward. Maybe you get a UE memory. Maybe every 10 stages, you get a UE memory. Would that break the game if you made it really difficult to where getting stronger characters really wouldn't make a huge difference, right? It wouldn't make a massive difference, right? But having the higher awakening level would help, but you could still use level 90 or A1 characters in there if you choose to do so. That would be OP as hell and make that game mode replayable. Make it to where if you do beat a stage, you can play the same stage over and over again if you choose to do so. Give us relentless playthroughs if we want to do it over and over and over, right? Because we want game modes that have replayability. We don't want a game mode that just goes bye-bye the moment we beat it. That just sucks. There's nothing fun about that at all, right? I want to take, like, Adelheid and be able to do a stage 1 Tower of Illusion, right? Because at least at A1 he could do that. But I can't because I'm at stage 16. So the game mode is shit. It's absolute crap because of it. Yes, you get some decent rewards the first time, but it needs to change. We really need a new game mode in this game. What happens every update in this game is we get the new characters, we're all excited, we're all jumping for joy, right? We're just having a good old time, and then we realize really, really quick that, oh, we're just doing the same old crap over and over and over. Oh, we just go for a higher score in Guild Boss Challenge. Oh, we just go for a higher score in Guild Raid, which doesn't matter at all because you only need 1.25 billion. Now, how would it feel? How would it feel if I was like, oh man, I was able to do stage 4 against Rugal boss. Oh my god. Oh my god, I was able to do stage 10 against Ignatz boss. You would have a goal. You would have something to strive for. You would have a reason to pull for more characters. You'd have a reason to pull for characters with certain tags and typings. Netmarble, you could actually make money off of this. And people would be happy with this too. As long as you made it to where people could use level 90 and up in the new game mode instead of this A3 and above crap. It's not that hard to make a good game mode. You guys already have the foundation in the game. You already have it. Every time we get these new towers, there's always these bosses in there. You could pretty much replicate the same thing. Or way back in the day, like where we had Deimos base, you could replicate the same thing in those game modes to where every so often a boss would do their signature or do their super, right? They'd be an ignore iframe, and you'd have to make sure you had some distance or make sure you use your signature at the same time or so on, right? You could use certain strategies and make it to where players would have to use certain strategies, especially with certain characters, or certain characters would have certain passives that could bypass those strategies and so on, because that's the way power creep works. There's many ways that you could actually implement a game mode in this game to get it done. We have already had Ignatz boss fights. We've already had Rugal boss fights. We've already had Karate and Magaki and all these boss fights in these towers that we've had. Why not implement all of that into one solid game mode to where, you know, every 5 stages, you're like 5 stages, you'll face Rugal. The next 5 stages, you'll face Ignatz. The next 5 stages, you'll face Magaki or every other stage or whatever the case may be. I really don't care. But just give us a goal, something to strive for, something to work for, a reason to pull for more and more characters. Because what's going to happen eventually is whenever players get enough characters, whenever they have 3 level 90 purples, 3 level 90 yellows, and all that, what reason would they have to get for new characters except for maybe do better in PvP? But hell, in PvP, I'm still using characters from a year ago. I'm still using those characters in PvP all the time and still getting wins. So give us a game mode where we can actually have a little bit more fun. Give us a game mode that has replayability. Give us a game mode where we have a goal, something to strive for. I know for some of you, I brought this up quite a few times. Maybe you're tired of hearing it, but I know a lot of you agree with me about this out there. You know, we need something new, man. This game is such a great game. They do such an amazing job with these characters. If they put half the effort in their content as they do these characters, this game would be unstoppable. It would be unstoppable. The passives, the kits, the skills, the things that these characters do, if they would put that much effort into the actual game modes, you would have something special here. You'd have something special. But what happens all the time is we get the updates and then the game becomes very stale, very boring, very quick, because it's just the same crap over and over and over, right? And if we had a new boss game mode, like what I mentioned earlier, you know, like, you know, in this update, we're doing stage 3 and 5 of a certain boss. And another update, we're doing stage, you know, 7 and 8, you know, and so on, right? It looks a lot better when you see, you know, characters doing better in higher levels of, say, a boss mode. It would just spice up things so much in this game. It would make it so much better. So please, Netmarble, man, I've asked you guys multiple times, please give us some meaningful content that gives us really good rewards, that we have a reason to use a multitude of these characters. Now that we can go to level 90 with these EX characters, we could even use them, make it to where we use these different tags like Temporal Mystery and so on, right? I mean, that's all we're asking for, is a game mode where we can move up the ladder, move up these boss fights, have some one-on-one with Ignis and Rugal and Genis and all the bosses in KOF, Mukai, and so on, man. It would be so fun if you do that, because all the feedback that I get from all the players, including the, you know, how I feel, is when we have these solo fights against these bosses, we love it. We really, really love it. And that's really what we want to see, because that captures the heart of what fighting games are, what King of Fighters actually is. It's a fighting game. And we want to have those fights against our bosses. I mean, even if you had a Kuma boss, that would be sick, right? Having a Kuma boss. And we've actually had that in the game before in a tower. Like I said earlier, in the towers, we've had lots of characters as bosses. You could easily implement those things. So again, I'm asking you guys to please give us a new boss game mode. It's all we're asking for. It really would improve this game so much. So guys, let me know how you feel about everything that I've talked about today. And I do stream on Twitch and YouTube. The link to Twitch is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.